All right, Clipmander, how's that? Is that better? And hi, Pi. Yeah, no, the computer hated me. I was on this morning. I'd left it on while I was doing stuff, and it would not load up.
Oh, I'm so dead.
It just wouldn't load up, so it's there. And yes, that is Risalamande, except it's with strawberries instead of cherries. It's the German version. No, excuse me, it's the Norwegian version. It's from Taz. Taz put up that picture earlier.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't mind trying it. Actually.
Oh,
It
it's so
looks really
good.
Good.
Much good.
It's funny, we do have our nice things, and then you got your nice things, and it's a nice interchangeable thing when you can try something else from a different region, I guess.
It is. Risalamande is a Danish invention. Yeah, the Swedes would argue that one with you, Pi. Of course, they have a different name for it, but yes. And hi, Lance. Happy post-Thanksgiving to you, too. Sorry, took me a minute to get everything going, including the mics. Bear with me one sec.
Gosh darn it.
So I am back. Hi, Satalia. It's a wild Satalia. We've missed your puns, my dear. Why are you doing that to me?
Nope. Oh, crying out loud.
Oh, I have to change the message we've got here since we're not drinking coffee this morning or this afternoon. Let's get a new message running here. Refreshing evening beverage scroll. No, I'll just call the devil dog scroll. There we go. I'll just get rid of the scroll. Yeah, adventure evenings.
Just got healed for crying out loud.
Oh, hey, that happens. I was going to head up north tomorrow, and it is just hovering below freezing, and we've got snow coming down. Not a lot, but enough that it's melting on the road and then freezing. Ooh, good for you, Satalia. So I'm leaving the gym. There's an accident. That's okay. I know a way to get around that. I go someplace else, there's an accident. I go someplace else, there's an accident. Third accident, I figured it out. It's on the bridges, because the bridges freeze. Really? Freeze?
Like freeze?
Freeze. And people aren't thinking about it. There's signs. Bridges freeze when it gets cold. And they do, and they did, and people won't go over the bridge without thinking about control.
Yeah, well, people will forget that, metal changes its, how would you say, it stretches and shrinks depending on the temperature.
And there's that too,
so,
yeah.
like, tracks on trains, sometimes they separate, the joints will separate, and sometimes they will be completely unusable.
Hi there, Mar Hawkman. How are you?
Yep. Okay.
Good.
That is actually a big deal with some areas, and has actually been described as the cause of several railway failures.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Having the thermal cycling in the metal will start to cause it to become brittle over time.
It absolutely does. Absolutely does. It's one of the fun things we used to get to play with when I was in the business of metal casting, is determining failure points. It's a death. Hi, Death.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Good.
In Britain, they actually passed a law or something about how many years you could leave a piece of railway track in place before you had to replace it, because they actually had some railway tracks just crumble while the train was going over them.
Oh, hold on. Hang on a second there. Yeah, they do break down.
Sometimes even cables do that as well, like traction cables for trains and stuff.
Yeah.
They will break down because they will crack from the frost and stuff.
Thermal cycling is usually an issue on things that are expected to remain rigid. Usually the other things just kind of have different methods of failing. But yeah, I tensioned cables, they have this weird thing they do where they kind of like slowly stretch over time, which isn't really the metal stretching, it's parts of the metal failing a little piece at a time and then the hole getting longer.
Yeah, that does happen.
It's usually a factor of corrosion, though, and not actual thermal cycling.
Hey, Clipmander, do you have a link to that one? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing lots of chat about it. Oh, great. My phone just went off with the alarm. Thank you.
Oh! Is the alarm reminding you to start streaming?
It's the alarm that when I'm taking a nap and I have to pick up Id from work, that if I set it for 7:22, it gives me 8 minutes to wake up enough to get in the car and leave. Okay, well, there's a possible update there. That could be interesting. That could be fun. I can live with that. It definitely meets all the criteria of somebody we haven't had before. Anyway, I need to do Swarm. I'm game to do Storming the Spire. I don't care. Anybody up for either of those? I'm happy to just play.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Do you have a preference in what we do?
Nope.
There you are.
Give me something to shoot at.
Okay. Chris is playing a different game. Marhawkman, you up for a little pew-pew?
Sure.
Okay, are you in game?
Logging in.
Okay.
I'm logging in right now.
But no one has commented on the fleet announcement. I thought somebody would catch it. Oh, you're on a different team there. Thanks. Okay, fine. Can we do it with 3 people? Sure.
Oh, you were hoping for non-KDF player.
I'm fine to do with KDF. Yeah, no, I totally get that, Clipmander. Some people think there's other games, but they're wrong. Well, both Storming the Spire and the other one, Swarm, don't really need 5 people. They both are time-gated, so who cares, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the fail condition for Storming the Spire was. I haven't actually done a version of it that had a fail condition for so long.
Well, I'm not going to do a fail condition with 3 people playing it. Sorry.
Right. So if we only have like two people and whatever the condition is, it won't actually make us fail.
The only thing, well, this is on advanced, so as with this one all the times, the only thing you have to do is kill the first 6. After that, it's just for fun. In my case, I only need to get 500,000 Tetrion damage. I don't care about anything else.
Oh, right. I had a plasma damage space endeavor. Whoops,
there you go.
Forgot about that. Did not swap to a character that actually does plasma damage, I think. Nope, that's fire damage.
The Drama Queen? I love it.
I wonder if this counts as plasma damage for the purposes of the plasma damage space endeavor.
Plasma?
Well, I'm talking about eject warp plasma. Does that actually count for the plasma damage?
I don't think it does.
Well, I'm about to find out the hard way.
Okay. I have a dedicated plasma build. I have a dedicated something build, but sometimes it's not on the right tune. So on this count, I've got one that's either Tetrion or Polaron. The other one's either plasma or
okay, that's news.
What?
It does count.
Wow, there you go then. I'll bear that in mind for some of my newbier tunes. So any word on the winter event yet?
It will be sometime in December.
Thanks. Let me write that down.
No one would have saw that one coming.
Yeah, really.
I mean, It's the most accurate information we currently available.
Yeah, it normally starts somewhere in the first week, whatever the first maintenance day is in December.
That'd be the
Yeah.
3rd. Is it the 3rd? No, the
Well,
3rd or the 5th, depending on how they want to play it. Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
This event ends on the 3rd.
yeah,
You're
that's
storming
one of
the
the things
spire.
that a
Yeah.
lot of people were thinking about this, is that this event might actually go long enough to actually cover the entire time period before then. All right, and that was my plasma space endeavor done.
Well, Chris, Storming the Spire is the Universal, so you've got it tomorrow, too.
Oh, yum!
Mhm.
I'm already excited. No, I really love it.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I'm casually in the game, I queue it deliberately, and I like running it. I don't really care if people just don't like it. There's a lot of people that do like it, and they fly it as well.
I just
One
wish
of
it
the
was more
toys-
interesting.
One of the toys.
The
I
only
have
issue it
on
has is
this
that the
ship
ending segment where you have these shuttles is kind of pointless. After the dreadnought, it kind of should be the other way around, I think, but it's fine. Doesn't have to go with a big boom.
What were you saying, Mar Hawkman?
One of the toys I have on this ship is uniquely useful in storming the spire.
Which is?
The bioneural warhead,
Oh.
because of the fact that it can, when you're doing the shuttle part, it will utterly wreck the shuttles at the end. So it, you can launch it to cover one of the lanes while you physically move to a different lane.
Let's see. Clipmander says, console event doesn't end until the 11th. I hope they don't make us wait until then.
Well, they have run simultaneous events
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's entirely
Overlapping
possible
a little bit.
they're planning to do a simultaneous winter event here,
Yeah, they have done that a lot.
specifically for winter event and summer event, not for all of the events, but they have done it for.
Well, winter and summer, you can log in for 30 seconds and get one of those events done.
Ilios 12, is that the one from Picard Season 3, the one that Beverly was flying?
Is it? Is that what it was?
I don't remember.
That's what Ilios was. That's what she referred to it anyway. It was SS Ilios, it wasn't United Federation starship.
Ah.
Yeah, because that's a thing in Star Trek, is that Starfleet ships have a different registry than non-Starfleet ships.
I'm gonna die.
Oh,
Please
don't die.
don't do it.
Oh yeah, so much to live for, and things to shoot.
I'm trying to
Think
get
of
back
your
into my
puppy.
little shield healing before I die. Nope. Bev and Jack ship. Okay. Ooh, that could be fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm currently doing the side with the Finley troop transports.
I'm doing the side that I get shot on a lot.
I honestly wouldn't mind that ship. It was very interesting.
It was a
looks
cute
like
little
a
ship.
former Federation ship. Sorry, what?
See, one thing to remember. Oh, I've never tried this before. This is so cool. You can rip the heavy anti-proton beam turrets out of their mooring by using the multi-target tractor arrays.
Do they stay ripped out of the moorings, or do they
Yeah.
respawn?
Well, okay. So
They will eventually respawn.
You pull it to where you can more easily kill it,
Ah.
and then when it respawns, that's one thing, sure, but it makes it easier to kill it since you don't have that stupid stanchion or whatever in the way.
Just curious here.
Because that's one of the most annoying things in this TFO is having those metal thingies blocking your line of sight when you're trying to shoot the turrets.
Well, there's a structure of the spire. That's how it was designed.
Yeah, it's still annoying to shoot at. And the multi-target tractor beams let you temporarily avoid messing with that.
I've come over to this side to play with death for a little bit.
One thing that still annoys me is that the Bioneural Warhead has a minimum firing range, unlike almost every other space weapon in the entire game.
And what is that range, pray tell?
I think you have to be at least 2 kilometers from your enemy to fire it or something. So if you're within 2 kilometers, you just can't fire it.
Interesting.
Well, it's Bioneural. They probably didn't want any side effects of the weapon to get back to the
What,
crew.
like we can't blow ourselves up with other weapons we've got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, Tricobalt torpedoes are infamous for that, honestly.
Yep.
Like, the enemy was within half a kilometer when you fired it. Oh, too bad you're in the blast radius.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I screw myself up with the stabilized plasma ball all the time.
Oh yeah, that one's a great way to blow yourself up.
Spectacularly.
The best thing to blow yourself up is currently rapid emitting armaments.
Oh, really?
Well, see, it's the one that launches multiple high yield plasma torpedoes when you activate tractor beam.
So how does it blow you up?
They're high yield plasma torpedoes.
And
they
you're
do
too
splash
close?
damage that is friendly fire splash damage.
Yeah, even with the Omega one that fires in a couple of those, if you turn it to high yield, it can still kill you.
You can de-res yourself with the Omega torpedo.
Yep.
Because it was like the first thing that in the game that they used with that digitizer effect with.
I think it's definitely time to replace this ship. I'm sure you can't appreciate that, but my dog is in the other room snoring.
That sounds like a dog thing to do.
It was a cold day. I took him for like a 3-mile hike. What do we got here? Minute 49 seconds before we get the shuttles.
Right. You want to see what face my pupper pulls out when he wants to try if we can go out earlier than normally?
Yeah, have you got a picture of it?
Yeah, I managed to catch it. It's like all those eyes. Can those eyes lie? This is around. It's like, can you go yet? Can you go out yet? It's like, come on. Still not your time. Still like, can you go out yet? Comes every like 5-6 minutes. Sometimes 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's like checking on me. Is it alright to go out now? I'm like petting, cuddling, and it's like, no, Fluffer, I'm like still at work. Sometimes I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
About like 30-40 minutes before I need to clock out. And I can't leave earlier. It's just like coming up and just putting his snout on my armrest and just like checking in. And those eyes are like, can we go now? Is it good enough? And I'm like, come on, I still have time. It's cute, isn't those eyes? It's just adorable.
Well, that's what they do here. It gets to be about
He knows.
5 minutes before the end of the show, and they're both in here going, is it time for a snack? Is it time for a snack? No, it's not snack time. Could be snack time.
And they know.
Oh, they
they're
know.
adorable. They know it works. Just,
Wow. Thanks,
I mean,
Pi. 64 of them. Amazing.
It's a simple pattern recognition thing, you know. It's like you do something once, it works. Okay, I guess we'll do that again.
But that's still a sign of intelligence. They do know.
Oh,
they
yeah.
do have
Yeah.
intelligence to know enough that they can manipulate us. Because this worked once, so I'll try it again, and it worked again. So
They have us well trained.
I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
There's a certain level of an intelligent communication that you can have with a paper wasp if you really try.
Yep.
There's not a whole lot of
I
things
mean,
that
I've
paper
seen
wasps
communication
actually
with a
care
spider.
about, but you can communicate with paper wasps.
I despise paper wasps, but besides that,
have their
I've
use.
seen a
There's not a
woman
lot of
communicating
uses.
with a jumping spider. Like, she had a jumping spider, one of those little ones. They're very cute, these big, glossy eyes. And she had her because it was a female. It was like 2 years, and the female reached the age when they start, like, shut down, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she started to be slow, a little bit twitchy, and her behavior was kind of showing that she's coming of age.
Oh.
And she started to sing to her.
Oh.
And she came over and sat on her finger just deliberately to hear her sing. I thought I'm gonna die from crying. It was so adorable. And she normally would have just come and listened to her talk, but when she started singing, she came in closer to hear better. That is the most adorable thing, and she had that recorded on TikToks. I had no idea that a spider can actually reciprocate some sort of relationship with a human, like in any capacity.
Well, I mean, what I was saying earlier about communicating with paper wasps. My communication.
I have communicate with a newspaper rolled
that's
up.
not communicating. If it's
I don't know.
dead,
It does
you
get the
failed.
point across.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I was gonna say.
If the creature is dead, then you failed at communicating. Anyways, but what I was getting at though is it's the simple stuff like get out of the way. You're not allowed to be in this location. Stuff like that. They would actually get it. I mean,
even
sure,
bees will
whether
do
they
that,
like
but
it
we'll
or
try
not,
to scare you off.
but it is something that you can communicate to them. It's like, I don't want you to be here, so go away.
Well, I don't know if you can communicate. I'm sorry, you built a nest inside my house. Get the hell out. To a bunch of wasps. I don't think they can comprehend that. They install what they see fit. They don't really care whether this is appropriate or not. So.
Well,
I don't think you can get that kind of point
what
across.
they do understand is that there's something else that is ready, willing, and able to smush them if they do stuff in a certain location, and that will give them an incentive to, not be there. However, you can simply threaten to hurt them and have them reciprocate to that by leaving instead of, actually killing them.
Oh, Quitmander says, I would always give my dog scratches after she ate her food, and she eventually would go eat like one piece and then come looking for scritches.
Aww.
And Drunken Heretic says, my cat listens to the spray bottle.
Alrighty then. So, now I just need to do a daily task, which is complete one Borg TFO.
Oh no! The horror!
Little.
The horror! Yeah, I don't know why things aren't working on this today. They were working the other day. They're showing that they are functioning. I'll need to go through and test them all.
But I mean, what we often fail to understand is like animal body language. Like people don't understand why. Like there's a guy in my neighborhood who has a dog that constantly will bark at other dogs. He hasn't tried to work with it. He just says, "Oh, she's like that," and I'm like, "Do you see my dog barking at everything that moves? Do you see a difference? Like, have you even tried to train like desensitize her with other dogs? There are trainings for it. Like, he has to talk, and I'm like, this is not talking. This is communicating. She's afraid or something. And he's completely oblivious to the fact that
certain
the dog
dog
is
breeds
trying to.
just seem to have it hardwired into their brains to make.
It's a
loud
mutt.
noises.
It's a medium-sized mutt. It's not a breed. It's
Whatever.
I have a mutt, and
So
he
there's the same
doesn't
principle
bark.
applies to mixed breeds. It's just that it's a lot more erratic in mixed breeds.
Did you put your picture up of your dogger?
Yep, it's in the lounge.
In the lounge, okay.
I'm sorry if there was a different
I thought we had a place to put our dog pics at one. Oh, Jimosha. What a cutie pie.
Those eyes.
You
He
could
comes from
feed me.
behind, he puts his muzzle right next to my armrest, and it's like, come on, why did you put those sweet
You could feed me.
lines?
We could go
Yeah.
out.
Just because I'm sitting doesn't mean I'm not doing anything.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Well, I mean, I used to have a cat that would attempt to try to figure out how to play computer games. Obviously, you know, it being a cat and all, that didn't work very well, but Kitty could figure out the whole thing as like you push a button and something happens. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
Kitty
Oh,
didn't
cats
understand
are
what was
so
happening.
intelligent in that
They-
regard.
They can be, unless they're orange. Orange cats have a brain cell that they share amongst them. But they don't all have it at the same time. You said you wanted to do a Borg TFO?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're going to do that with us, probably be easier if you switched over to our side.
Oh,
Because otherwise we're doing it with 3. Which admittedly we can do, but...
I don't see that being a problem. But whatever.
It depends on which
Actually,
one.
I did have a specific character that would have been a better option anyway, so let's just switch to that guy.
And which one do you want to do?
I don't know, High Ground Elite sounds fun.
I can do it only on my Klingon. I can't do it on anything else. Oh, you know what? I can do it on a different account. Just bear with me.
Or we could just do Advanced. That's not fine.
Okay,
Just
I can do
honestly.
Advanced.
It doesn't need to be Elite. I just
I'm-
Elite is fun.
It is fun, but I need to have a tune. I'm going to switch over to a different character for that, though. Because this tune is definitely... Oh, you want to join us, Strong and Heretic? Oh, this way. Well, Battle Mom. I've got to get her some new toys.
Do I need to switch sides for this?
No, you're fine. I just wanted to get to a tune, different tune. Come on.
You
It's a little bit better equipped.
brat.
What am I using here? And this is an acceptable ship.
Sure, of course, you gotta hit in. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Loving this.
Go. And what's your preference of Borg TFOs?
Borg to shoot.
Borg
Well,
TFOs.
I already said High Ground, so you know.
I'm sorry, it cut out. I did not hear it.
Oh, I was talking about Hive Ground earlier.
We can do Hive Ground. Okay. No, not you, Drunken Heretic. Sorry. You don't get to pick on this one. It's Hive Ground. Weeboo? Hi, One Warped.
Meanwhile, I just saw the teaser trailer for... I think they're releasing it in December. For Dexter and First
okay.
Blood. They're making a prequel TV series of Dexter. And I'm like, you failed to finish a TV series twice. Makes you think you can pull it off third time. Like, I know there's 3 times the charm, but the first series ended poorly. Like, no one wanted to accept that ending. And now then they made a sequel that happens like 10 years later. And it ended up, I mean, it had good ideas, but it ended up in such a way that was like, wow, you wasted it. You literally wasted the entire season.
Thanks. If you want to jump into the game and team with this, we can definitely fulfill your request.
Hey, yeah, Sphinx, I like Cure Ground. But on the right tune.
So, yeah, I'm just like, why are you even trying? And they recast literally everyone. Everyone's younger, weirder. Because there's some of those castings are so weird. Like, the actor who plays Dexter doesn't even look... Like, when they did the original show, like in 2010, 2012,
Mm-hmm.
all the way. Started in 2006, actually, I think. But it went on until 2013, I think. They did retrospects where Michael C. Hall was like still looking well enough to with enough makeup and like a wig he could pull off like a early 20s Dexter. This new show is literally around that time, and he looks nothing like him. I don't mean like he needs to have a face or anything like it, but neither the body build, like nothing literally looks like him. And I'm like, they even didn't try to replicate the hair. But Michael C. Hall is still in it as his narration voice.
Huh, that's interesting.
Because apparently it's like the teaser suggests that it's happening during a scene that's from the ending of that sequel show that they did.
I don't know the
And he's
sequel
having
show.
flashbacks to his younger times. And I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? I'm surprised the amount of people who are like,
What channel is
I
it
can't
on?
bring all Dexter's back. Showtime with Paramount Plus, I think.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because they're kind of together, I think. And let me see, Dexter, because they still have the same Twitter page, Dexter. It's run by Showtime, but it's on Paramount Plus. Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus. And it starts on December 13th, apparently. They like recast literally everybody, and I'm like wondering, what is this gonna be like?
Don't stand in the electrified
Patrick-
things, Mom.
Patrick Gibson is playing young Dexter.
Gibson. Boy, not a name I know.
Yeah, it's not a very high profile name, but I did run into him, like, I've seen him somewhere.
Hmm.
I do recognize his face when I see it, I just
Okay.
can't put on with
Yeah, I don't recognize anybody when I see him.
They're going full promo on this.
You guys got some ouchies on you. Death, you got ouchies.
Ouch?
Drunken Heretic, you got ouchies. Damage. Ouchies.
What? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
She means injuries.
Injuries. Boo-boos.
What? No.
Boo boos. That's cute.
That sounds like a mucin to me. Musical mucin. The musical musings of
nope.
mucin.
Cores are reacting to the virus upload. Reinforcements inbound.
I hate the bungee cords.
I mean, they exist because they're there to,
Make your life miserable.
convince you. I mean, the Borg are trying to kill you or something, right?
Yeah, really. That's what they were trying to
Are
do.
they trying to assimilate us?
No.
Or they beyond assimilation at this point?
Yep.
Well, see, it's one of those things. It's like, as what he said, it's like what they cannot assimilate, they will destroy.
There you go.
It's like if they don't have an opportunity to assimilate you and you're causing a problem, bang, you're dead. Or they'll try anyways.
That didn't work. Yeah, that works better.
Whoa!
You know, it would be
Someone
nice
actually
to see
just
Borg
used
actually.
Someone
Sit.
actually just used the subspace bubble kit module.
Oh my god, I'd forgotten all about that.
It's one of those kit modules that's super freaking rare because of the fact that it's an icing on the cake prize in one of the big bundles. I forget which bundle it is, like 10th or 11th or something.
I need to go through all the stuff. I've been slowly going through things today. Opening up prizes. Having some fun. So, Musin, what were you saying?
Oh, it would be nice to see the Borg actually try for once.
The Borg are in chaos. The time has come.
They're in
Trying to what?
chaos.
Assimilate someone?
Well, they can do that.
You
but
mean in a video game?
Like, just try. I mean, it feels like they've already given up.
they
Yeah, they're
materialize.
only
They kind of
shooting.
stand there. Kind of going,
Yeah, but they don't try to, like,
What was the
try to
ground
assimilate
damage I
your
had?
crew. You don't have to do anything on them.
All right.
One thing they did pulled off
Yeah.
well in this one of these episodes with this Borg, alternate reality Borg, is like when you become assimilated. That was so good.
That's actually not the first time the game has done that. It's
No,
just
but it was still-
longer than any of the previous times.
And you got to be in that role for a while. By the way, happy Black Friday
Yeah.
to you too, Pax Federatica. I supported the U.S. economy today.
Oh, have you now?
I bought a bed
What you?
and a rug
That's great.
and some curtains.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Bulk purchase. I like it.
I'd been putting it off, and I put the money aside. I was ready to do it, and lo and behold, I get an email this morning going, "Hey, this stuff's all on sale." Oh, well, I guess we're ordering it today then.
Nice. When's it coming?
Next week, when I'm
Ooh,
working
that's
like
fast.
60 hours, yeah. So it'll be put it in the garage, and I'll deal with it in 2 weeks.
It's cute that the game has a story where the Borg assimilate you for a moment, but again, that's scripted. They're not actually trying.
It is scripted. It would be cool if, like, every now and then you could really be assimilated. But then again, they would have to create an entire, like, way to work around it. I guess in the TFO, it's
Well, the problem with this
kind
whole
of
thing,
detrimental.
with the whole logic of it's scripted, is it's a computer game. Everything is scripted.
I know, but if I'm overwhelming the Borg, they should not be handed the win.
Poor Borg Queen, her AI bugged out.
Again?
See, if you drop her health too low, too quickly, she has to wait for her thing to cycle through.
She came to the wrong party if she doesn't want her health drained quickly. I did remodulate, gosh darn it.
Do it again, and do it right this time.
I still think that 30, 40 years on with encounters of Borg, weapons should self-modulate.
Yep.
Yes,
Having
but
that
the
manual thing
logic
is just...
here is whether or not it's the same way that Borg stuff works as it did before.
Well, if we don't have to manually remodulate our space weapons, I think it's fair enough to assume that that could happen.
Excellent
but-
point.
It doesn't need to be in
In-game
ground weapon.
timeline, there hasn't been enough passage of time, really.
Oh, come on, it can't
At
be
least
that difficult.
Well, they thought the Borg was gone, right? So they never made
Well-
automatically.
Well,
cycle
also
weapons.
is that the Borg adapt to your attempts to? Oh, dang it!
Did you get killed?
Oh, I wasn't paying enough attention to the ground and accidentally.
Went into a green one.
You cannot defeat
Well, there were glowing panels to the left and right, and I didn't notice when one spawned on top of me.
Oh, yeah.
And the Borg Queen's going to die before I res.
Well, the problem being, even if that didn't, like we didn't have sufficient data, which I don't really buy into, they still, like, accordingly to everything, the Romulans in this timeline had enough time to experiment with that technology, because that's in the game.
Can someone res me?
Sure.
Yeah, they did give us weapons that can like change damage type.
Yeah,
They-
but you
they
have to
just
do
make
it manually. I
more
get it why they
available.
did it for gameplay board purpose. I just, like, lore-wise, this shouldn't be even a thing.
We do have anti-Borg weapons in the game that do in fact have integral remodulation. It's just that that's not standard issue on every single weapon in the game.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's a mechanic that feeds into the
It's
storyline.
detrimental. It's just
So your logic that people should know how to counter Borg adaptation is correct, and the game already does that. It's just that it's not applied to literally every single weapon in the game.
Well, so we come into
which
the other
again
part,
comes back to a point where this is kind of a mistake.
but the Borg shouldn't be able to constantly alter their ability to resist either, because at some point, it should cease either, whether it's frequencies or energy type. You know, if we can constantly change it to do it, they can constantly change it, but the reality is we can't constantly change it. If you go back to First Contact, remember there's a limited number of changes they can make. Well, in reality, if there's a limited number of changes you can make, there should be a limited number of changes the Borgies can make.
That's
Yeah,
one
that's
of
another
those
thing.
things that gets really, really interesting because of the fact that in the TV show, in certain episodes, they actually explained how the Borg adapted, and it wasn't just a magic I win button.
What next, since we're all queued up here and playing?
I don't know. Is Sphinx going to jump into the team?
I have no idea.
I mean, so Sphinx went to do Cure Ground, but if he's not actually here, I guess we can't do that one.
I don't see him here. And besides, we owe everybody a spacey thing now. Anybody got a spacey preference?
Nah, I did all of my endeavors for the day and my daily task for the other thing.
Okay, Drunken Heretic, since you said space, do you have a spacey preference?
Guess not. Okay then.
I say just hit random and let's see.
You got
what
it. Random it is.
And they'll go to ground.
Oh, Drunken Heretic said guillotine. Well, too late. Drunken Heretic will get that next. I love guillotine. Maybe we'll get guillotine. And if not, we can play that one next, and I'm happy with it. And Chris will be jealous that he's not playing with us.
Problem is, it's so late in the evening.
Yeah, it's
night,
like, what,
but if I play
almost
STO, I'll
2?
fall asleep while it's doing it. Whilst this game is actually kicking me adrenaline, so I'm not.
Nice. Nice.
So I have to, like, it's all the brain chemistry in the ADHD brain. If I don't get proper stimulated late in the evening, my brain is just going to shut down. I'm going to go to sleep.
But sleep is good for you.
Sleep is good for you.
Yeah, but you don't have to do. If you don't have to wake up at a specific hour the next day, you can.
Yeah, tomorrow's
Set
my
up a little
sleeping
bit
in
long.
day. It's the only day of the week I get to snooze in, and of course, I will make sure the dogs go out just before I go to bed, and then they'll wake up at 3 going,
Well, we beamed up, so it's something space.
Gateway to Grethar. Yeah. It's
Okay then. Well, that's a space TFO.
It is a space TFO.
Well, at least you don't have to do 3 accountants.
Okay, so that one
Oh my
worked. Go
gosh,
figure.
she's camping.
There we go.
You evil woman, you're
This
camping.
one
That's rude.
should be. There we go. Okay, so Pi, that one worked. Did you make that happen?
Oh, she lives.
KDF
literally-
Curland? Ooh, a KDF Curland.
You mean freaking.
Herald reinforcements are inbound.
Well, at least it's not counterpoint.
We sure.
I don't find counterpoints. Gravity kills and Procyon 5 that I hate.
Ooh, we had both in the last week of randoms when I was playing.
The shipyard is secure.
My condolences.
On Tuesday, I did a stream of one of my recruit characters, and did several randoms, and we got both Vault and Gravity kills.
Transports have entered.
Wow, I like Vault, but Gravity Kills is unusual. Hi, Frost!
I prefer.
And thank you for the
Kills and Bolts.
subscription. I'm not sure why that alert box didn't go off for the subscription.
Because it doesn't like
Whoopsies.
me very much.
Well, we just got the other one to work, and I don't know why that one's not working.
Sure, it's
Could be the audio file shot.
The troop transports from toward the planet.
How are the people today?
We are good today, Frost. By the way, discussing your situation about Thanksgiving with Id, he had said, but you're near the swamps. You could just, take care of it over there. No one would know.
That is true.
Uh-huh.
But unfortunately, that's not always. I mean, that's not exactly as viable as what we want to think it is, especially in this gun.
Any local pig farms?
Not that I know of. Why is ESD shaking?
Earthquake!
It likes to.
Earthquakes.
ESD quake, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it's being remodeled.
Ah!
It's reshaping on the inside as we speak.
Computer deactivate iguana.
What? What was that?
How dare you!
I want an iguana.
That was
Stop
great!
eating iguanas.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Iguana deserve to be free.
They need to be deactivated.
No, they don't. You're just jealous.
I feel like I'm just sitting here moving back and forth, doing nothing. Reacting quickly in gravity kills. If you're with a decent team.
One thing that's an essential skill in gravity kills that it is irrelevant in almost every other mission in the entire game is knowing how to do proper speed boosts.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, there's enough that tend to spawn away from the gravity well.
Yeah, it's the final stage where you have to get ones that are relatively close.
Yep. That's usually where I get spaghettified.
The last run I did of it, I actually managed to completely avoid all of that stuff. And
Yeah.
that was in the Gold Nagus.
Oh.
The Gold Nagus is not a particularly slow ship. It's a medium speed ship.
Not very maneuverable, though.
And when you have the Ferengi equipment set bonus, that actually gives it a movement speed buff.
Are you kidding me?
No, we wouldn't kid you.
I don't have a rainbow triple.
What?
That is unusual.
That is. Do you need some walnut favors to get yourself one?
I mean, it's a vanity thing at this point.
Well, it is handy. I know somebody who might have a few favors that could be spared.
But I think I have the favors.
I mean, I do have a few favors on one of my characters stored in the bank.
I've got like 90,000 sitting on one tune.
It's because Mom doesn't keep anything.
Hey, I keep my favors.
It's
Coming real handy.
As being facetious.
I did clean my inventory a little bit today.
How much is it? Is the thing?
What thing? The
rainbow trouble.
It's like either 1,000 favors or 200 favors. It's nothing crazy.
Which item are we talking about this time?
Rainbow Tribble.
Yeah, those are cheap.
Yeah, they're cheap.
That's great that they're cheap and everything, but...
Well, Hang on, I'm closing a radiation gateway. I can't look till I'm done closing this. Then I'll go look. I can't let the transports die just because you need a tribble.
I do need a tribble.
Also, if you really want to know, just look at it yourself.
I'm looking at it myself. I'm just trying to give other people a hard time.
You always do that.
I don't like
it's
that.
50 favors.
Is it 50?
It's 50, 50.
Well, that's not too bad.
No, that's not too bad. Money well spent. Heck, it's not even a full anything in the game. But if you need some, let me know. I'll jump over there.
No, I've got 1,500.
Okay.
What are you beginning there running?
It's in the event store. Summer.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Tribs.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I am just so
Oops.
strange today.
Oopsie. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to kill you guys. My bad.
Tomorrow I intentionally get attacked by 4 people at once.
Mmm.
And,
Well, my usual trick for gravity kills is having a battle cloak ship that allows you to completely nullify the need to actually provoke the other ships, and you get your full impulse and you're gone.
Battle cloak is helpful. I don't. It's not a guarantee that you're going to avoid anything, because you can actually aggro enemies by decloaking.
I don't know
Rainbow
what
Trouble
works for me, but
Yay!
I went right
It's
back
just
to
me.
place.
I mean,
Alright, let's go melt us.
I've done it in a legendary Talis, and that thing's cloak will go quite a long ways in avoiding the enemies.
Let us melt us a dreadnought.
Melting dreadnought.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, it's all over my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I am still recovering.
Come on, dreadnought.
I think I'm gonna finish my gaming for today and just pop off to bed.
Well, get some
Have a good one,
sleep
guys.
then, Chris. You take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Allowed to do that?
Yep.
Ex
Have a good one, too.
dreadnought. Sleep well. Love to the
See you
fluffers.
next time.
I
Ah,
actually
well.
killed it with my Ferengi plasma missile barrage.
It's an ex dreadnought. Little bits
Or a
dreadnought
swarm missile,
rolling
it's not
around here.
plasma.
I mean, I like to use the mycelial weapon, but if you've got a big enough team, it doesn't have time to launch. And if you've got semi-decent time, it will run away before it can launch. So it's one of those. It's a nice weapon. I just wish it didn't take 5 seconds to warm up and fire.
I mean, when it works, it's good. It's the rest of the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine against something stationary like a big Borg cubey thing.
Or like that Genesis planetoid thingy.
Yeah.
Our troops have landed.
To be honest, though, the Genesis planetoid is basically just a gravity well that explodes. So the fact that it takes a long time is a feature, not a bug, because the explosion isn't actually the whole of the effect.
Mom, will you give me a moment? I'm gonna switch tunes real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I probably should do that too. I'm gonna kick everybody and I'm gonna go reteam on a different tune.
Why are you kicking people? That's just mean.
'Cause I can. 'Cause I can.
Harsh. Terribly harsh.
Let's see.
Hmm.
What are we gonna do?
We're going to shoot the Ferengi. I mean, wait.
We're gonna shoot something.
All right, and back.
Let's see. What have I got? I've got Gornon, Nimbus. Oh, I have Borg ships. Drunken heretic. I guess we are doing guillotine.
Borg ships. Wherever will we find those?
I want
I
to do
know.
a ground battle if somebody wouldn't mind joining me for one.
What do you want to do?
Well, the daily.
On the ground? You mean bug hunt?
Yeah.
Can you wait a few minutes for us to run this and then we can do bug hunt?
I've already been waiting minutes.
Okay, fine. We'll do
No,
bug hunt first. Then we will go
No,
do...
it's fine.
I mean,
No, we're
we-
going to
we-
do bug hunt. Gosh darn it.
We
I
did
said
just
it
do
was
a
fine.
space thing.
We
so,
did
you
do
know,
a space thing.
Ground, space or something.
I was joking.
Nope, now it's serious business.
Yes.
Too late.
Mhm.
Damn it, I'm in the wrong place.
Drunken Heretic says, I listened to the ad break and now I have Mountain Dew, Doritos, and a Honda Civic. That sounds like a movie.
Wow.
It's that old thing about how what has been done can never be undone.
Unless you press Control Z.
I was going to say, that's why you have erasers.
Anyways, though.
Isn't it a Honda Civic in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Probably.
Or is that a Kia? I can't remember.
I'm not actually 100% sure. I didn't pay attention.
They made a point of joking about it, and I have no idea what they were pointing out and joking. So clearly, product placement does not work for me.
Well, one of the things with the Deadpool stuff, though, is that when he's doing jokes like that, sometimes it's a multi-layered joke.
They frequently are. We will.
In the stuff.
Like that thing with a store named after Rob Life.
Yeah, really.
I'm Lieutenant John Vander.
That was good.
Everybody pet your treble.
Do I have that triple on here? I do. According to this, I have 106 seconds before I can pet my tribble. What the heck does that mean?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be playing with your tribble in public anyway.
There is that, isn't there?
It's
Honestly,
my tribble. I'll use it how I want.
I think tribbles are one of those really, really old ones that used to be super hard to find. Because at one point in time, only people who were here for the first anniversary event actually had the things.
Well, I have one.
Well, like I said, at one point in time. Later on, they changed that.
That would explain a lot. I mean, I was around for the first anniversary, but...
Well, see, it's like in the first anniversary event, though, it was a single item pickup, one per character. And it wasn't even an account unlock. So only characters who were around for that could get one.
Oh, interesting.
Fire in the hole.
In case anyone's wondering, yes, I am using the virus kit module.
Yeah, I was using it earlier. It was fine.
One thing that's important to remember about the acid splash attack is that it doesn't have a wind up like grenades do. It's one of those wrist rocket things where you activate it and it goes splat, and then you just go into recharge mode.
Speaking of wrist rockety thingies, let's switch that one over.
Fire in the hole!
I have wrist rockety thingies.
I do too now. But I will make them into wonderful healing thingies.
I have different wrist rockets. I have highly different wrist rockets.
Which ones are you using?
The micro rocket. Micro photon torpedo launcher.
That's pretty good. Honestly, of all of the wrist rocket things that I've tried in the game, I honestly think that what's probably my actual favorite is the cryotorp from the winter event.
Is that a ground weapon?
Yes.
Okay. Get off my turrets. Find your own.
Ooh, what's that pretty blue web thingy?
Oh, that's not a web. That's actually just the Overwatch area of effect. Yeah, this here. This is
that
the
one.
Overwatch aura.
Okay.
Be careful. I don't know what's waiting for us at the bottom.
I know it's waiting for us at the bottom. Stop.
Bugs. It's bugs.
It's always bugs.
Bugs all the way down.
And up, too.
Well, I did not mean to do that, but okay, that works.
We haven't gone all the way sideways on this planet yet, but probably sideways, too. Oh, hey, so someone used Andorian Summer.
According to our scans, there's a tunnel under us. Give me a moment. I'll clear a path.
No, don't give him a moment. It's gonna kill us all.
Whee!
I mean,
oops.
That is actually one of those things that's kind of amusing about this, is that it's normal for players to literally stand on the bombs he's placing when he's when he yells fire in the hole. Fire in the hole really telling people to do is get out of the way so it doesn't blow you up.
Somebody
Oh, you're taking all the fun out of it.
No.
I mean, I am someone who does actually have military training in how to use high explosives.
Anybody else here have that?
I do, but I don't like to talk about it. I've used lots of explosives before.
I had a
Hit me
fun
with
day.
my shield.
Orion Snake, hi!
So,
Excuse
who
me.
did not watch Lower Decks last night?
I did not watch Lower Decks last night. I was,
So good.
oh, well, good. Good. Then I've got something to do later.
Yeah, I heard the current season has been the best one yet.
It's fantastic.
I haven't been that impressed this season. Maybe I just don't have a sense of humor at the moment. That's entirely possible.
That is possible.
Yeah.
I'm going to boot their uncle. Or is it Bob, your uncle?
I did like that scene, though, when the two Klingons are kind of passing each other back in, what was it, the farm episode? And one shouts at the other one, experience beige yourself. I think that's so much more fun than...
It's very Klingon to be like know you when someone does a death threat.
Yeah. Anything left?
Everybody, you killed him too fast. I couldn't have fun in my mech.
This season has an entirely new writing team. Only Mike McMahon remained from previous seasons since he created the show. That explains a lot. Yeah, it has a different flavor to it. It's not bad. It's just not the same.
I liked it. I thought.
I mean,
it
with
was
TV shows
very
like this,
cool.
that's actually pretty common, though. Cause,
Oh, yeah, it is.
People just get different jobs.
Yeah.
But somebody plays a cameo. I don't know if it's actually the person, but somebody plays a cameo in it that really is quite enjoyable. I don't want to ruin it for people, but I enjoyed it.
Do you know what the name of the episode was?
The one that just played yesterday?
Yeah. Is it the pumpkin carving? No, that's coming up. Fully Dilated? Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a title.
That is a title.
It's one of those things that happens in the episode. Well, or so I heard, anyways. Well, like I said, I haven't actually seen it, but
Yes, you are correct.
About what?
The cameo.
Yeah, I saw it, so I hope I'm right.
Yeah. I will definitely have to watch that one then. Good evening, Zelda fan.
Yeah, well, what I heard about it is that it's not so much a cameo, but more like a guest star appearance.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if it's... He doesn't
You
really
see Talin's huge melons in this episode.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
She has enormous melons.
Why do I think that is going to be very literal?
Because it couldn't be something that we see in regular television if it was
Yeah.
other kind of melons.
I mean, the language, they'll go incredibly tasteless, but nope, we're not going to see that.
Well, I mean, they did actually do nudity-related jokes in one of the first season
Oh,
episodes.
yeah, they do. And they did a reprise of the Enterprise gel in the shower scene in, what was not last week's episode, 2 weeks ago?
Oh, they do it.
The whole, like, decontamination gel thing.
That thing.
There is 2 parts in the episode that do play on more adult content.
Okay. We could go that way with it. It'll be fine. You guys ready?
With for what?
What are we doing?
Sure, whatever you want.
We're doing guillotine.
That's fine.
That's one for Drunken Heretic. Large melons from large tracts of land.
Well, they don't have actually that much land.
Large
They just
melons
have a small
from
land.
tracts of land.
Some tracts of land, yes.
Yes,
I
we'll
mean,
just.
it is a relatively large tract of land for this particular setting, I suppose.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go watch it. Fine.
It's just Boimler is just awesome.
Fine, I'll go put it on. I now have a television in my bedroom, so I can actually watch stuff in my bedroom.
What is a television?
Although, as one person pointed out, if you think about this episode too hard, the plot implodes. So don't.
Well,
But,
I
I
rarely
thought it
think
was
that
very
hard
good.
about it.
And my wife is currently watching La Femme Nikita, and
Wow.
I'm trying to watch it with her, but I can't because it's so painfully just inaccurate.
Are you talking the movie or talking the series?
The series.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a movie.
Yeah, that's what it's based on.
it's one of those TV series they made because the movie was popular. And then most people remember the series and forgot that there was ever a movie because they rarely re-showed the movie. Because the channel that ran the series didn't apparently have the rights to show the movie or something. I don't understand it.
Well, it is interesting. That's
The
word I'm
idea for it was pretty obviously, like female James Bond, but they ended up going in some weird directions with it. I wasn't really into it and haven't seen any of it in like 20 years.
It was. I said it was Alias if the casting directors were drunk.
All I can tell you is if you've ever seen something weird like that, it'd be Noir. For those of you who've seen the anime.
I have not.
Okay. Same concept, except it's all schoolgirls, little, like, 8-year-old girls.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Hired killers.
Do they even know how to fire a weapon?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they go through a couple of years of training.
An 8-year-old that can hold a
Nope.
rifle properly.
Me either.
But okay.
I've met several
Come on, it's
people
anime.
who could hold rifles properly.
Not at
It's-
8 years old.
I mean,
Well, so much
if
for
it's
my
like-
Borg ships.
I mean, if it's, I think all of the hard points in this one count as ships.
Oh, that would make a lot of sense.
Wow, that hurt. Keep your hands to yourself.
What was it? A purple plasma torpedo?
I don't know what it was. It just hurt.
I mean, because you should definitely stay away from the purple plasma torpedoes.
Show me on the stall where the bad Borg ship touched you.
Now he tells me.
There it is. So Zelda asks, teammates, how's it going?
It goes, it goes.
Observe the snow, it fornicates. Oh, that's cute. Get two assimilators right on top of each other. Thanks.
Yeah, this one can get weird.
I
Like that.
flew through the assimilator and it blew up before I got through the other side.
There's 3 of us going for that one. I'll go for a different one then.
Ah!
I'll aim for 5.
Well, I mean, this one's
Nope.
going to die really quick. So,
Heretic's already going for 5. I'll go for 4 then.
Yeah, blue already turned that one on, so it's time to get on to the next one.
It's interesting. My tray is somewhat in disarray.
Oh, your powers were attempting to escape?
No, items 3 through 6 disappeared off my tray. I haven't used this tune in a while. I don't think I moved anything intentionally, though. The question was both for Darkmom and the teammates, so everyone, you have to respond as well. Wasn't just me.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was the question?
How are you?
I all good.
Okay then.
Are they Borg? I mean, that's good that they're Borg, because otherwise I didn't know who I was shooting at.
How are you doing, Zelda? Ooh, so I mentioned this morning. Apparently there is a Final Fantasy XIV cookbook.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Made by a player, and they decided to make it the official cookbook and actually did a hardcover, beautiful photography type thing. And my son's roommate made the sweet potato casserole out of it for Thanksgiving dinner.
That sounds good.
It was amazing. It was absolutely delicious. I mean, all the food was good, but that thing was decadent. Admittedly, it was like 2 cups of butter and a pound of brown sugar and a few sweet potatoes and some pecans.
I mean, that sounds like the right ingredients.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. It was great. And his thought was, hey, it's sweet potatoes, it's a vegetable, we don't need any vegetables. And I'm thinking that's probably not really a vegetable with a pound of butter and all that sugar.
I don't like your analysis of this.
I wasn't objecting to it, you understand. It was quite delicious.
What's really fun with recipes from Japan is when they use food items that you can't find in the U.S.
Well, that's true. It's getting harder and harder to have items that you can't find here, though.
Well, a lot of them are actually things that have relatively easy replacements.
Well, like mayo, you can get QP mayo here. You have to order online, but there's some stores that have it. But we have a couple of Japanese grocery stores. Well, that was fast.
Well, I mean, we did basically all of them simultaneously.
Yep. Nice team. Any other similar? Oh, yes, we do.
What the heck?
What? Did you get killed?
I was at full health and then I died, and I don't understand how that happened.
That sounds normal.
Did you kiss a Borg cube?
No, I wasn't anywhere near it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just very...
Looks like pretty nervy of all these assimilators. Trying to flee. That's not very Borgian of them.
Well, that was annoying. Maybe you should have flown to the other side of the map, but still. Oh no, the Borg cube was actually getting closer to me. Oh.
Ah. Are they continuing to spawn assimilators this whole time?
I think so, actually.
Ah. If anybody knows what QP mayo is, let me know, because I can't figure out what it is that's different than mayo.
Well, one of the things I've noticed with Japanese food is that there are things where they'll do that. It's basically the normal thing, except with a slightly different flavor.
Well, yeah, but I'd like to know what that different flavor is. I mean, there's a bottle of QP mayo downstairs. I could just go taste it and find out.
Read the ingredients list, maybe.
Pardon?
Maybe read the ingredients list.
Yeah.
But that are you familiar with that thing they do in the Resident Evil games where there's those colored herbs, where you eat the colored herbs to heal yourself?
In theory, yes. In reality, no. I've never played it, but yeah,
Oh.
I can figure it out.
Yeah, well, okay, you understand the concept,
Right.
right? Well, that's derived from something that's actually a rather popular food seasoning in Japan.
Which one?
You'll see them in restaurants. Is that it's just a kind of I'm not 100% sure what the correct English translation of the name is, but it's just a kind of a plant where they'll just like snip off a leaf of the plant and put it in food to add a little flavor to the food.
That sounds like most herbs.
Yeah, I know, but these are very colorful and decorative plants.
Okay.
But it's just something that you don't see people have in the U.S. except in a handful of specialty things where it's someone who doing super authentic Japanese cuisine.
Yeah, well, we have really good Japanese cuisine here. I'm not going to go on any argument that's super authentic. Okay, Zelda fan says, Xbox is acting up again. The HDMI output port has stopped working on my Xbox, and of course my Twitch crashed on me. Huh.
Well, that's never fun.
That's unfortunate.
It's definitely not a good one for you. That's a big yawn.
Sorry.
It's okay. Wasn't a judgment, just an observation.
I haven't had like a decent night's sleep in like a week.
Yeah, I woke up at 2 in the morning with really intense chest pains and pains in both of my arms. And I'm like, no, I don't know what this is, but this is not good. And then just stopped.
I don't know what it is, but I don't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're not allowed to go through that again.
I'm allowed to go through it again?
No, you're not allowed to go through it again, ever.
Well, it's not my intention, but I have a suspicion, one, weightlifting isn't always the best thing to do, and two, the dogs had me pinned in so I couldn't turn or move at all, and I think maybe just not moving for however many hours I didn't move last night.
Yeah, if you just sleep in the same position and don't roll over, so sometimes it'll just... Ugh.
I couldn't ask the dogs to move, they're too cute.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I can ask one of them to move. The other one will just look at me and go, I weigh 70 pounds. I don't have to move. Sure enough. What is up? We got time for a couple more here. Anyone got a preference?
Yeah. I already did my stuff.
Does anyone want to do Storming the Spire?
I haven't done it on this tune yet. I can do it again.
So there you go. I gave it. I stole the baby. I mean,
I was actually genuinely hoping that Sphinx would to jump in and join the team.
Because you wanted to do that. Okay, well,
but if he really wants to, I'm certainly down for that.
I don't even see him online at the moment.
I don't think he was in the game at the time. I think he was just lurking in Twitch chat.
Yep. So I'm going to do Storming the Spire just in case anybody doesn't want to do it. And if you want to, then here we go again. Okay, I'll cue that up.
I appreciate it.
And then I will have it done on all of my tunes, which is just amazing.
How lucky am I? Is that Wookiee? I don't know Wookiee.
That was Wookiee, yes. Wee-woo?
Wee-woo.
We are warping. We are warping.
Well, Zelda, don't be too surprised that Twitch crashed on you. It's been crashing for the last couple of days on people. And then it decided...
Twitch had issues with crash bugs for 10 years now, so,
It was really buggy this morning.
Your mom, her on?
Jamam Haron.
I don't know what that is. It's supposed to be.
But does this surprise you?
It's been the Jamam Haron for 2 years.
I don't remember.
I think he just doesn't get the joke, which is
I
unfortunate.
don't get the joke.
Okay, when you go to Ryza, you seek what?
Sand and water.
And ERPers.
Okay. No, there is the joke that you go to some of the local, well, men would go to the women probably would go to the men and seek Jamaharon. And they never define what that is, but we're always led to believe it's some sort of sexual experience. And I just added one letter to it to make the Jamamharon.
Are you propositioning other people?
Nope, I'm leaving it up to them to figure out what it means.
Oh, okay.
Just like they do on Ryza.
I'm gonna assume you want my ship to dock with yours. So.
Maybe my ship is looking for it. That's possible.
You shouldn't have dressed like that. Look at those nacelles.
Woohoo!
Hmm.
Last time I went looking for Jamaharon, I lost a kidney and all of my money. Thank you, Clipmander. Thank you very much.
Nice.
I mean, that is someone who gets the joke.
Yeah, there you go. Dang, I'm gonna have to steal
Now that
that.
I've had it explained to me, I work in a place where there's very few people that have a sense of humor. So it kind of like takes the ones that you hope to have away from you.
I'm always hesitant to make even vaguely off-color jokes at work because you never know.
It's funny. That's part of the test and inception of my job. If you can't take a joke, you're not gonna make it here.
Yeah, well, it's a bunch of engineers, and you're never entirely sure how they're going to go, especially if you're one of the few females in the office. Fortunately, they have a sense of humor. Fortunately. But one of the guys recently realized that we always bring in fresh milk, because two of us like milk, not creamer, in our coffee. And he wanted some of it, so he would slip a couple of singles into where the handle is. And one day I'm walking around the office with the milk, with the $2 stuck in it, going, who's been putting money in the G-string of the milk bottle?
Nice.
Turned out to be one of the older guys and just lost it when I described it that way. Well, Drunken Heretic, the guys, each department, they joke amongst themselves, no problem. But it's like the 5 engineers are all guys, and the 4 guys in production are all guys, and the 4 guys in service are all guys, and the guys in, the executive level are all the guys, and there's a few women in the company. But we're not all in one department, we're in different departments. And we don't really interact with them, so I'm never quite sure where the humor level is. Hello, Joshua. And even though I've been there 4 years, it's
having a weird lag effect. Like one-way lag or something, where I'm receiving packets from the game, but not transmitting them or something.
So what's happening?
Well, I can't move my ship, but I can fire weapons and activate abilities.
Okay, that is weird.
Oh, now it's back to normal.
Okay. I've been having weird internet issues today, but I assumed it was because I was in different locations than I usually am, and maybe they don't have very good
recently
internet.
changed internet service providers, and I've noticed that the new one has different quirks. I'm not sure exactly what all of them are yet, but they seem to be less severe than the quirks that my previous one had, at least.
Joshua says, restart your internet router. It does interrupt the game just a touch, though. Actually, mine takes quite a bit of time to restart, like 5 minutes. See, this is what bugs me about. We're still in this aspect of the game, and we still have 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's the thing with some of these where they just like didn't put in a mechanic for make it go faster.
Yeah, give me something, because otherwise if it's strictly time-gated, it gets tedious. On the other hand, once you wipe out that first swarm, the first 6 groups go, it is time-gated. And you can come back 12 minutes later.
Yeah.
Not that we would ever suggest anybody AFK the game, but if you knew somebody who did it, that's probably what they did. Sphinx, welcome back. Best part about storming the spire, no leavers penalty if you run away as it starts. Interesting, I did not know that.
Hey Sphinx, if you actually wanted to do Cure Ground, you know, we are for doing another TFO after this one.
Yeah, that's a 30-minute TFO, though. Yeah. Not above doing it tomorrow night, though, if you want to.
But you know, if you when you're putting in requests, you need to be you know, doing the request.
Didn't we do that a couple months ago with you and a team of people who actually knew what we were doing?
Yeah,
it was pretty fun.
I've done that one a few times. Well, it's like the old Borg TFOs. All of them are fine if the team knows what they're doing.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It's just that when you have pugs that don't know what the heck is going on, they'll just never go anywhere because the pugs don't know why the mission isn't proceeding.
Sphinx says, I was wanting to see it being done, not to do it myself.
Aww, that is...
It's actually not bad, Sphinx. It's just long.
The funny thing is that I learned from mucking with that map in the Foundry that the way that... Oh.
Frost, I like your pew pew.
It's a nice pew pew.
What are you using?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The USS, that's
okay.
The Valiant class.
I actually meant what weapons are you using. I literally liked your pew pew.
Plasma.
Okay. Sound effect was good.
You may have noticed that I got disconnected from the game.
So you did.
Anyway, what I was saying is that one thing I noticed from tinkering with that map in the Foundry is that the TFO doesn't actually use the entire map.
Yeah.
So they could have made it longer if they really wanted to.
Oh God. No, thank you. Those 3 Borg ones on the ground can be really long. Yes, I know, but you're going to wait a few minutes.
Really
Come on.
Orion Snake says, does anyone know what's new for Stowe in the new year? We know that they're going to have the final episode of the current, what is it, Kings and Queen arc. There is a potential reveal of who the guest is going to be for the last one. Don't know if that's who it actually is.
They had a thing on Reddit.
Yeah.
That suggested a certain person.
Yep, they did indeed.
Map of the game.
But it's only a suggestion. It's not necessarily a for sure, but it could be something coming in later.
Also, there's the possibility that while it's something that will be added to the game in a future update, it's not this one. That's another thing that sometimes happens with leaks in Star Trek Online, is that sometimes the leak is for future content that's, you know, still future.
So what's going to happen after this next episode is, I don't know. They had been talking about, they knew what this next arc was going to be, and they weren't talking about it, so possible still. But the conversion over to Deca will happen roughly in the new year before the anniversary. They were talking January or February. The new story will be released in February with the anniversary.
And it'll be after then when we actually see the Deca team doing stuff on their own. Because all of the stuff that they've been doing for the last few months has been working off of designs that Cryptic had planned out like last year sometime.
Let's see. Thomas also said there will be a Disco Season 5 content in the new year. Probably the anniversary lockbox is my guess.
Yeah, so who actually was it that was using the Warp Bubble kit module?
I don't
Was that
know.
like the rando we were teamed with, or was it one of the team members?
I don't think it was one of us. I think it was somebody else in it. Ryan Snake, the latest episode is okay. I don't think they're going to conclude it the way I want them to conclude it. I don't think they will. I think they're going to go with the easy solution versus the fun solution. Yes, no, there's absolutely a revamped ESD. It is available on Tribble.
I posted a YouTube video about it.
Yeah. Be careful when you
Okay, there's more than one
go
person
through
watching.
doorways, though.
Yeah,
Dog?
just like look before you know, whatever.
Id moved, and of course, both dogs are insane because, oh my god, there's a stranger moving! He's been here for 6 months, and they still are doing this crazy barking stuff.
They're protecting you.
They are protecting me. Girls, it's fine.
Forgot how far away the Citadel is.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. So far the interior doesn't look much different. The exterior, yes.
So the usual happened.
The interior, the view into the space dock is a little bit better. But exterior, it is, what, Picard Season 3?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the Picard Season 3 exterior isn't that much different from the way it is currently on live. It's just that it has outrigger pylon things added to it.
Which will be fun if we get to go and explore them. But if you're just going to put it in there for visuals, then what's the point? I want to be able to go in and play with it.
Yeah, my understanding is that this is purely cosmetic, unfortunately.
Well, maybe it's a case of they're trying to get the DECA guys, or DECA guys, whatever you call them, to learn everything before these guys are gone.
Well, I imagine that certain of the changes we've seen in the game that were a bit strange and questionable are because it's DECA team trying stuff to see what will happen when they try stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite way to teach somebody something is show them how to do it and then say, okay, your turn.
Yeah, basically.
My favorite way is to light the desk on fire and say, have fun.
They're still working on it too. Tumor Boy made Earth more blue recently. He said he's going to put Type 14 shuttles in the hangar bay behind the exchange. Oh, nice. I haven't talked to Tumor Boy in a long time. I hope he is doing well.
I get to chat with him briefly when I was streaming Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
Robots have taken over.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, that's. I should post a copy of that in Discord. I was meaning to post
Loki,
that and haven't done
please.
it yet.
Yes, I know. You're fine.
And I disconnected again. Really?
Well, it says you're still here.
Well, it takes the game a few seconds to realize it, when you've been dropped timeout, because like your client side sees the timeout before the server does.
Makes sense.
Oh wow, it actually kicked me out of the TFO, jumped me into DS9.
Yeah, I can see you there.
and then gave me the rewards.
Oh, at least you got the rewards. It was worth your effort.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Hey, Ed.
It's Ed.
How are y'all?
Doing well.
We are here. Are you there?
My body's here.
Well, that sounds disappointing.
It's a start. It's a start.
Gotta work with what you have.
Swear says, my fave way to ask, will you help me build up my next ship, and hope to find someone who's really into the details of the game, so they'll go all out and tell me what to install. Meanwhile, I'm not learning anything. Actually, for me, that's a problem. Swear people are like, do this and do this and do this, versus people like Ed and Frost who are like, do this because that, and do this because that. That's the way I'd love to learn about stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest, I have on several occasions like screenshotted some long conversation that someone had, and then afterwards going back and read it, and it's like, what the heck was this person talking about?
I do get the occasional.
Because I like in the heat of the moment when you hear the person talking, you think it makes sense, but that's because you haven't tried to connect A to B yet, and then you realize that A to B doesn't connect, and then you're like, oh, wait a second.
Well, when we were originally building the Jamam Haron, I think it was primarily Frost and DT were walking me through everything, because this is an AP build, and it was hey, this works with that, and this works with this, and this works with that, and this is why this all goes together. This is why you want to do this, and this is why you don't want to do that. Which made it, for that time, my best tank. Anyway, shall we do one quick one here? Because I need to go let the children out, as you might have gathered from that little bit of noise.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess if we don't have any requests, we do the random, I guess.
I'm gonna just leave team for a minute because I gotta
Okay.
write an email to somebody.
No
I'm
worries.
still here though.
Do a quick Days of Doom Elite. Yeah, right after you. So for people who pick TFO Domination moving forward, you have to join us for it. So none of this nonsense anymore. Yes,
well,
dear.
that's the same thing I was saying Sphinx about, like, yes, you wish to do Cure Ground, no problem.
We will.
What is this?
We will.
Let's see what we get.
That's if you want to do Cure Ground, not if you want to watch us do it.
Yeah.
Some people just like watching others suffer.
Yeah, really.
To be quite honest, if you actually genuinely know what you're doing, do it right. That actually isn't hard. It's just time consuming.
Yeah, there you go. Days of Doom is just time consuming. It's not a bad one.
Like Cure Ground wouldn't be an issue, honestly, if it had less steps you have to slog through, because
literally
it has 5 things that you have to do,
and all of it involves lots of time getting there,
and literally waiting for timers to count down in some cases. Wait for timers to count down.
What are the odds?
The Borg from interrupting the timers from counting down.
Okay, this is the second time we've gotten this today on the randoms. Isn't that weird?
It's a popular one.
Clearly.
Wow. That's...
Also, the boss at the end of Cure Ground in the old days was actually highly deadly.
These
Mainly
days,
because of the fact that they gave him a chain lightning attack that at the time hurt like hell.
Yeah.
And would often one-shot players.
Is that the one down on the planet with the mushrooms?
Yep.
Yes.
If you stood in the corners, you were pretty safe.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, his chain lightning had a range to it, and one of the things that people would do as a countermeasure is just like stay out of range.
Yeah, we would. That was our Saturday night thing. Is we'd get the whole team together and we'd go over there and everybody get each step. Everyone had an assigned position, and when we got to that one, everybody got into position, and Ver would run up and trigger the attack, and it'd be over before anything else happened because everybody was out of range.
Oh, that was cool. Both me and the attacking Quas cruiser fired EMP probes at the same time, and they literally flew through each other.
Sphinx says also we don't do Corfez for the marks. You get a whopping 96 Iconian marks.
I had to show up early.
Yeah, I heard Corfez doesn't have particularly good actual rewards.
They should up that. Should be proportionate to the amount of effort.
It
should.
Yes, but I mean, completing Corfez is. I'm not sure how many quad Haas levels that is, but several.
Honestly, what we need is a cataclysm level event that completely changes the galaxy map.
Oh!
That doesn't sound like a good idea in an MMO.
That could be fun.
I mean, I understand why you would want to do it. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Still be fun.
It worked for World of Warcraft. They got terribly successful doing that. They're actually seeing very similar numbers to like their maximum player base right now. Because there's so many positive things.
Is Frost talking to us or just talking?
He's talking to us.
Oh, okay.
Am I not loud enough?
Oh no.
I thought he was talking to the dust bunnies under his bed.
Yeah, you're a little on the hard to hear side, so I didn't know if you're talking to us or just talking.
No,
Is that better?
Yes, that's much better. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
I was
saying. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was saying that it worked for World of Warcraft, and they've got a larger. They're almost to the same player base as they were at their all-time high.
Well, I think if they were to do a huge shake-up like that, which is not the end of the world, it would be great.
Well, okay. The Star Trek Online devs have demonstrated that they can actually change the way the galaxy map looks depending on what the player has done and seen and what have you.
Orion Snake says this is probably a long shot. Is there talk on letting us unlock ship's trait account-wide? Nope.
I mean, they have the tech in the game that they can do it if they want to. The catch is, of course, that that's not the way that they're currently setting things up to work.
Yeah, no, it's totally doable. It's just, I doubt they'll do it.
The last time they tried to implement something like that, it allowed for people to have traits twice.
Actually, we currently have a mechanic in the game for count unlock ship traits.
Yeah.
But
there's actually two different ways to get account unlock ship traits currently. It's like rewards include account unlock ship traits, and legendary ships have account unlock ship traits.
Yeah, the legendary work, but they did have a thing where you could buy out ship traits you already had on another character. That was quickly disabled because it allowed for you having a trait that you buy as well as learn from a ship and then have the same trait twice.
That just sounds like that they need to do a redundancy check on that.
Yeah.
Because that actually does sound a lot like the way DCUO does certain unlocks.
Oops.
I know, because I had a trait twice until they finally decided to fix that up and remove it.
Because like one of the things that DCUO has is most of the character unlocks are things where if you have multiple characters, you just pay a few of a premium currency, and then it will give you that unlock on a different character. But it has to be a character that doesn't have it, and the system they have in that game to check actually is a properly functional redundancy check.
It's doable. There's no question it's doable. Whether they do it is a whole different issue. Oh, Orion Snake. Of course you can play other tunes. Just you have to invest a huge amount of time in each and every single one of them.
Or be like me and hopefully we'll see and it was possible.
Or be like Chris and play 1-2.
Oh, is that why he avoids ground like the plague?
No, he just doesn't like ground.
From the starbase, up toward the planet.
Ha, Sphinx I have 52, so then yeah. Well, not elite. Oh, elite capable? Yes. 52 at the moment.
I mean, I'm kind of with Sphinx there because, you know, all of my characters that I currently have on the live server are capable of doing an elite TFO. At least for ground. Space, not so sure about space, but ground, yes.
Yeah, ground isn't my issue. Space is my issue. Did everybody remember to pick up the Grand Nagus ship out of the promotions tab?
Yeah.
I'm just reminding everybody because some people actually did Thanksgiving and weren't there.
Legend has it that the devs had originally planned to make it a single day thing where
Yes, they were.
to do it on
Thanksgiving.
Day
Yep.
or else.
Yep.
But it got set up in the final version to be a 2-week thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm just reminding everybody, don't miss it. I mean, it's a nice enough ship and it's free.
It's the Golden Aegis.
Yeah.
It's one of the ships that people have wanted to see for the longest in the game.
Yep. Yeah, when I got the heads up, it was going to be a Thanksgiving Day only. And then I was really surprised on Tuesday to find out, oh, it's going to be longer than one day. Okay, great. Well, that works out fine.
I wasn't expecting it to be a 2-week time window, but hey, it's nice.
Well, maybe that's the clue as to when we're going to have having the winter event.
Yeah, perhaps.
Sphinx, it is a perfectly fine ship for a free.
Also, it gives you the ability to use the Decora Bridge on other ships, and the Decora Bridge has some of the best amenities of any of the ship bridges. I can't say that it's one of my favorite bridges since it's so small, but it is useful.
So I have to go to all of my characters now to get this thing?
No. For what, the new ship?
Yeah.
No, you
it's
yes and no.
Count unlocked, so you don't need to have everyone claim right now.
You just need to claim it on one tune. And as soon as you do that, it becomes available on everything else. But it's
you have to claim the box, then you have to open the box, then you have the account unlocked properly.
But the when you go to pick it up on the other tunes, Frost, it's in your once it's been opened in whatever tune gets it, it will be available both costumes and ship in your promotions tab. Yes.
Fair warning: the costumes are mostly off-duty only, so bridge officers can't use them. And also, several of them are fed only, so KDF site can't use them. Which, kind of unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah, Orion Snake, make sure you do claim it. It's a nice ship. Okay, I'm going to go let the hell spawn out, so I'm going to get out of here, everybody. And, it might be on tomorrow night. I don't know. I had plans for tomorrow, but given the terrible driving, I don't know that I'm going to risk a 300-mile drive. Thank you very much.
Also, one last thing about the Golden Aegis. It is a command primary ship with a secondary intel specialization. That gives it 7 spec seats. And if you have the Nandi, you can do a 2-piece console set using the console off the Nandi with the Nagus.
Nice.
That is a whole lot of fun to play with.
I do have the Nandi. It is a nice little ship. All right, I'm out of here, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Please be safe. Let's see. Let's see. They'll absolutely throw it in muds for $200 after that. Actually, I don't think they are going to put it in muds.
That is one of those things that Kale mentioned in one of the 10 Forward streams from maybe a year ago. Due to the nature of the way they released the Golden Aegis the first time, they have decided that they're not going to actually sell the thing. That it's just, you know, it's something that needs to be part of giveaways. For
it's kind of like the Eisenberg.
Yeah.
And so they're not going to actually sell it to players, but only have it as limited time giveaways that are extremely limited time. And, you know,
this is a chance for everybody to get it who hadn't gotten it to this point, but once this is done, it's done.
And
So.
the previous two giveaways were extremely limited, and it wasn't something where you could just get it. It had complicated rules about who was have access to it.
Yeah.
Am I rating Medic 357 to
Yeah, that'd be great. Would you set that up for us? That'd be lovely.
Right. You all have a good night. It's dinner time. Thanks for letting me play with you. Okay,
thank you for joining us. And everybody else, have a wonderful evening. We're going to go raid Medic 357. If you haven't given some love to Medic 357, please do so. Share the Star Trek Online love. And let me know when we're there. There we go. All right. And I'm out of here, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you later.
I'm going to crawl back into bed.